Hey, this is Anand. You are watching my YouTube channel, Dream English. Edward II, the tragic king who lost it all. It is the most important story for BA Part 2 students who has just came in BA Part 2 or appearing for the examination this year. History, buffs and curious minds. In today's video, we will be diving into the fascinating life and times of King Edward II, one of England's most controversial monarchs. From his controversial reigns to his eventual downfall, we will explore the highs and lows of this enigmatic figure in medieval history. So sit back, grab a cup of tea, and let's delve into the world of Edward II. Edward II, introduction. Welcome to our video on Edward II, a fascinating and controversial monarch whose reign was marked by conflict, tragedy, and conspiracy. In this video, we will explore the life and reigns of Edward II from his rise to power to his brutal death. So sit back, relax, and join us on this journey through history. Early life and accession to the throne. Edward II was born in 1284, the fourth son of King Edward II, Edward I of England. Despite being the son of King, Edward's childhood was marked by neglect and indifference. He came to the throne in 1307 following the death of his father and was crowned at Westminster Abbey. Relationship with Piers Gaveston of Edward II. One of the defining aspects of Edward II's reign was his close relationship with Piers Gaveston, a Gascon nobleman who became Edward's closest confidant and advisor. This relationship was deeply controversial and related to conflict with the barons who resented Gaveston's influence over the Ordinance of 1311. In 1311, the barons forced Edward to agree to the Ordinance, a series of laws that limited the power of the king and his advisors. This marked a turning point in Edward's reign and set the stage for further conflict and tensions between the king and his nobles. Edward's reign was also marked by military failures, including his disastrous campaigns against Scotland. These defeats weakened Edward's position and further eroded his support among the nobility. In 1326, Edward was deposed and imprisoned by his own wife, Isabella of France, who had allied with several powerful barons in a rebellion against the king. Edward was forced to abdicate in favor of his son, who was crowned as Edward the Third. Life in captivity of Edward II. Edward was imprisoned in several different castles throughout England. His treatment in captivity was harsh and he was subjected to a number of indignities and humiliations. Conflict with the dispensers. After the death of Gaveston, Edward turned to the Hug Dispenser the Younger, another favorite who would prove to be just as controversial as Gaveston. It means Dispenser was as controversial as Gaveston. The Dispensers became the focus of much of the Baron's angers and resentment, and tensions between Edward and his noble continued to escalate. In 1326, Isabella of France led a rebellion against Edward with the support of several powerful barons. She and her allies invaded England and quickly overthrew the Despensers before capturing Edward and forcing him to abdicate in favor of his son. Following his abdication, Edward was imprisoned in Berkeley Castle. There, he met a brutal and grisly end, allegedly being murdered by having a red hot poker inserted into his rectum. While this has never been conclusively proven, it remains one of the most enduring and disturbing aspects of Edward II's Legacy and historical interpretation of the people. The reign of Edward II remains one of the most controversial and fascinating periods in English history. Some see him as a tragic figure undone by his weaknesses and the machinations of his enemies. Others see him as a weak and ineffectual ruler whose reign was marked by incompetence and failure. Whatever your interpretation, there is no denying that Edward II was a complex and fascinating monarch whose reign continues to captivate historians and the public alike. We hope we have enjoyed this journey through history and have learned something new about this enigmatic and controversial king. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and have a comment down below with your thoughts on the topic. Sharing this video with your friends and family is also greatly appreciated. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification to never miss a new upload. Thanks for watching.